I'm pretty caffeinated right now.
I'm zero caffeinated.
Oh, do you want to drink?
No, it's fine.
Welcome to No Ordinary Friendship.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Teresa.
Let's catch up.
Let's do it.
Hi, friends.
Hello, listeners. Welcome back.
This is a very special episode because it is the last episode before Teresa returns to work.
That's true. I thought you were going to say something else. I was like, why is it special? I thought it was because it was the last.
Enjoy it. Soak it in.
I'm soaking it in.
This is stress-free Teresa.
I feel a little bit of Sunday scaries now.
Do you?
But not that much, actually. Because I think it's largely because it's so fully remote.
Yes, I think that helps so much to not have to physically leave your house.
Yeah, I don't have to fully dress up.
Yeah,
either.
you don't have to be in sweats forever.
Yeah, the fit doesn't have to match. I think I have to put some makeup on.
You don't have to wear high heels.
No,
or even shoes.
No, I definitely won't be wearing shoes.
I was thinking about that randomly when I was watching Summer House because they always wear their shoes in the house. And I know so much of the world does that, but how can you actually relax when you get home if you're still wearing your shoes?
They have slippers though, right? After they get into their comfy clothes after a night of clubbing.
Maybe. I'm not sure. This was just one where they were still hanging out in the kitchen, but I think I was wearing sneakers or Vans, and I was like, that does not look comfortable.
I know a lot of people talk about this, but how did people put shoes on their bed or on their couch?
No.
And feel comfortable sleeping in that?
I don't know. I bet all of our listeners are Asian. So.
No, that's not true. And also, even when our kids nap at school, they take off their shoes.
I actually don't know if mine do.
Well,
I don't know if they take off their shoes.
I think most of the kids do at our school.
Oh, okay.
They just want to.
I don't know.
I should ask them with their shoes on.
Because they just lie down on those cot thingies.
Okay. Tyler's very much an Asian baby because he's always taking his shoes off. And so it's I just like to be cozy.
Aww.
He even takes it off on really short car rides. I'm like, don't touch your shoes. Or he'll take them off in the
I used to do that too in the car. But I wasn't in a car seat,
But he doesn't. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Actually, I think I did too. But for longer car rides.
It is so comfy.
It is so comfy.
Okay, well, back to
the topic at hand.
Yes. How are you feeling about going back to work?
I feel a little excited and a little bit sad about the flexibility that's going to be gone.
I'm super sad.
Emily and I have plans after the podcast to go shopping.
Yes.
And just roam around because we're free agents until our kids need us.
Yes.
But no more. We're I'm going to miss things like going grocery shopping, and I've never really taken a nap, but if I wanted to or needed to, or if I felt sick or something, I could.
Yeah.
And luckily, knock on wood, the kids haven't been sick lately, so they haven't needed me for that. But juggling those two things are kind of always in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
I'm excited to meet new people. I think for a while, I learned that I need structure in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could ever really work for myself. I need an accountability partner like you, Emily. Or a boss.
I'm not great at it. I'm it's fine.
Or a boss. Or else I'm not as productive. I just kind of do things, but there's no structure to it.
Or maybe it's a different kind of productive.
It is.
Right?
Yeah. But it's funny because at work, what I do is bring structure to unstructured things.
Yeah.
And in my home life, there's just not the same type of pressure, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm very sad to be losing my unemployed partner.
Well, I was also thinking I need to talk to some adults besides you sometimes. Do you know what I mean? I don't know who. Do you miss that though? Sometimes
I don't.
Okay.
I think I'm such an introvert that honestly, one friend is enough.
Yeah.
But I think I get that from things like watching TV. So
you have friends been watching
I see
TV?
Adults talking, and that's enough for me. But I do agree. I think when Cassie was home still, and I was with her so much, and it was just me and this kid.
Yeah.
And then I kind of felt
you wanted
a lack
more
of balance. But
you're happy by yourself.
I am.
Yeah, you're right. I think actually for me it's that too. And I could spend all day watching shows. It's just the mom guilt that creeps in.
Yes. Push it away.
Push it away. Push it away. But I'm not excited about sitting in front of my computer for
Yes.
hours a day.
Actually, I was thinking about that because you know how I did a few temp thingies,
Yeah.
whatever. I honestly felt like, I don't know if I'm being dramatic. I felt like my stomach fat got bigger in just like, one time I was in the office like 4 days or something, and I literally sat. And even that job, I actually got up quite a bit to like tidy up.
Is it all the free lunches?
Maybe that and all the free snacks. But I was like, I'm sitting so much more.
Yeah.
And I think that is one thing that like I haven't talked about much, but becoming a non-employed person, it's actually improved my health somewhat, even though I don't exercise. I'm never just like sitting for the whole day, right? Because I'm like getting up, I'm going out, running errands, like tidying
It's
up
just
the
more
house.
active. Yeah. There's more movement, even though it's not cardio.
It's like tiny movements, but it's all day.
Yeah, so Steven, sometimes he works from home in Tyler's room, and he'll just be in there for
whole
like
day.
the whole, at least for the whole morning, like 4 hours or so. He won't come out. He doesn't pee. He doesn't like go to the printer. I feel like those are things that I used to do all the time at work.
Get water.
Right, get water, chit chat a little bit. Like or like if you hear about a free snack, you go get it. But those are the things that I remember doing all the time, and that's like the downside of remote work too. Like you have to have that discipline.
I think you should definitely try to build in breaks where you're getting up and like doing that because I was like that. I was like Steven when I used to work because I was in meetings like sometimes 7 hours out of the day. Like I didn't have time to get up or do anything. And
which
like,
is so unhealthy.
I know, it's so unhealthy.
But I think that's why I like being in the office too, because it used to be like you go from conference room to conference room.
At least
so you
you're
like had to
moving.
walk to the conference room. Then you're kind of like running to get water, you know, and then running back to the conference room.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't miss that life, but it did make you more active.
Yes, that's true. So build it in.
Build it in. Okay, I will do that.
Okay, tell me about Tyler's birthday party.
Yeah, he turned 4 and it was great. We had a playground party, but I was a little bit shocked and appalled at like how difficult it was, even though it was just a playground party. It was like at a park. Like I texted you, I was like, I'm not even trying to impress anyone.
Yeah.
But why is this so logistically annoying? Like getting all the stuff to the park. I mean, planning all the stuff, like chasing down people for RSVP so you know how much food to buy. And I mean, I didn't really chase anyone down. I understand that like things change.
It happens, yeah.
But I was a bit shocked at like how much such a like plain and like simple party would cost.
Oh my gosh.
It's-
How much did it cost?
It cost like around $1,000 just for like food.
Wait,
and like
that is kind of ridiculous because, well, I haven't added it all up, but I think like I'm gonna do Charlie's at a location that charges, but like that will probably be like a little over $1,000.
yeah,
But you didn't even have
I know.
a venue.
I
Did you have to pay to reserve
we
the car?
do pay, yeah, which I also thought was ridiculous.
But how much? It's like
It's
50
not much.
bucks or
It's
something?
like somewhere between 50 to 100.
Okay.
And I did get a form of entertainment.
Oh,
So
right.
she's a balloon lady, cost a couple $100.
Okay.
And then food costs maybe around $500 or so dollars. And then there's like random decor. Drinks cost a lot too.
Oh, did you provide adult beverages?
No, it's at the park, so you're not allowed to. But yeah, even without adult beverages, I was at Costco, and I also don't know how to plan for a large number of folks.
Yeah.
So we definitely Steven really does not. So he bought probably 2 times more food than we needed.
Aww.
So at the end of the day, I was like running around to different people being like, do you want dim sum? Do you want dim sum? I was like making plates. Yeah, we got dim sum
Okay,
for
you
everyone.
went fancy. That's why it was expensive.
But it's not.
Costco pizza girl.
Yeah. People were like, oh, this is so nice to have.
Yeah.
That's different from like the pizza circuit or like bagel circuit
That's
at the
true.
park. But it wasn't that fancy. And the kids don't eat that much, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Like I was thinking like if we just reduce that by half, it would still be close to like 900, 800 bucks.
yeah.
And
Just all
again,
adds up.
we just didn't do anything fancy either.
Yeah.
So I Googled what is the average price of a kid's birthday party.
Uh-huh.
$450.
In the U.S.?
In the U.S. in general. So I guess it makes sense in the Bay Area. It would
Yeah,
be like
double.
Yeah.
The Bay Area. But yeah, some of it is like our own fault too, though. Like I am planning to get cake pops for Charlie's birthday, and those are going to cost an arm and a leg. I'm like, they're so cute.
I didn't even buy a cake. I made my own cake.
You did?
Okay. I only get half credit because I just took the funfetti cake mix and made cupcakes. And then I made my own cream cheese frosting.
Oh, nice.
Which was good. But it was, cream cheese is actually pricey. That's why I was at Costco. Cream cheese and butter.
How many did you have to make?
I made 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of batches.
Yeah. It was a couple of batches, but it wasn't too hard. And I was like, wow, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm a mom.
Whenever I'm like, oh, maybe I should just fake it. Victor's like, no, don't. Just buy it. Just buy it.
I wanted to do cupcakes because I saw a mom struggle at a birthday party. Is just like cutting up like 50 pieces of cake. And the kids are all like screaming, yelling, be like, I want this one. I want that rainbow color. I was like, and it was so nice. That's kind of a hack, just to like hand it out very quickly. You can still have a cake, but maybe have some like cupcakes on the side.
The one good thing about doing it at like one of those kids venues is they do that all for you. And like, so
they're ordering
pros. The place we're going, you have to order from this pizza place. And then they kind of give you guidance, like this many slices per person. So you just use that. And then, they'll like pass out the cake or whatever.
That is really nice. Yeah, I didn't have any of that, but I thought it was fine. And like, the kids are pretty low key. The parents are pretty low key,
I'm curious if anyone brought a gift, because you said you guys do no gifts.
No, but nobody brought gifts. I wrote no gifts, please.
Everybody's so obedient. I would be the rebel and show up with a gift.
Nobody brought gifts. Kids did make little cards, which was really sweet. Yeah. One kid, like
Tyler liked them.
He got a hug, which was really sweet too. Tyler liked them. Well, okay, so Tyler acts like he doesn't know anyone for a while before he warms up. He like literally sat in one of those baby swings for a while, and he was hungry. And I was like, get out of the swing, quick, eat, say hi to some of your friends.
Yeah.
And then for a while, I was like, he wasn't getting out. I just told him, you don't have to talk to anybody. You can just go get some food.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do it. So like we brought food to him. So he had like a juice box and like a pork bun in his hand while he was swinging, and just like lurking on all the other kids playing. He didn't
even though they're his
balloon.
school friends.
Yeah, he warmed up though. I think he was really happy because even when we sang happy birthday to him, he was like pretty happy, which was surprising.
Yeah, some kids cry.
Yeah, he cried the first time that it happened, like in his classroom. Or he was very like nervous.
He doesn't like the attention.
She doesn't like the attention. But I think, maybe he got used to it. He really wanted cake.
Oh, well, good job, Mama.
Thanks. I survived.
You deserve a lot of credit.
I just like that the moms all gave me props.
Yay.
Which is what I think. They're like, I know it's Tyler's birthday, but it's all you. I was like, thank you. Oh, one last thing I'll share is Steven woke up the morning of the party. He's like, hey, I'm ready to help. I'm ready to execute. And I was like, you don't even know the plan. How are you going to help execute this? But he did a great job. He did a lot of the heavy
props
lifting.
To Steven, who doesn't listen. And props to me for providing a cooler.
Yes, props to you, Emily. Yes. I don't know what I would have done.
The cooler was really the shining star.
The cooler was the shining star for like 5 minutes when this other kid was really playing with it. He's like, I'm mowing the lawn. Do you want a drink? It's like serving everyone at the party.
So cute.
So thank you for that.
Get
yourself a friend that has party stuff.
One cooler. Really, it's just your group of friends should think about like all the supplies you need, and then each person take a few of them.
Yeah.
So you don't have to all have one, and then you can like rotate when you need it.
Totally. I really regret throwing away my happy birthday sign because somebody else could use it. It's so generic.
Yes.
I should have just left it up for the next person that was coming in to like organize the party.
You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. It may not reach their aesthetic. All right, let's move on to pop culture.
Okay.
Did you write this?
I put Trump.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, I think I put it last week when the news came out that he was convicted.
He's a felon?
Yes, that he's a felon. And then like pretty soon after I saw that news, I went on TikTok and I saw a TikTok and the guy was like, isn't it weird that if you have committed too many crimes, you cannot vote? But if you are a criminal, you can still be the president?
Yeah, it is weird.
And he was like, that's like telling a passenger on the plane, like, oh, you have to get off the plane because you've had too many drinks. But I'm okay, I'm the pilot. Right? Like,
yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. And why is that still allowed?
It doesn't make any sense. It's not going to change. I feel like it's just such a weird
Why won't it change?
situation.
Who could change it?
Couldn't Biden change it? He's the freaking president. I actually went down a rabbit hole too when all this you know why? Because I was baking a million cupcakes. I was listening to podcasts and I just got more interested. It is such a strange rule. And like, I think the fact of the matter is, or the matter of fact, fact of the matter is that people are actually even more reinvigorated
To vote for a felon?
to vote for Trump. And he's raised a ton of money because of his.
I'm so confused by humans.
And there's also a school of thought that he wants, because he doesn't get sentenced until July. On my birthday, actually.
Really?
He doesn't get sentenced until July, and people are like, oh, he wants to get thrown to jail because that will like really get people angry and like want to like fight for him.
Wait, but so do his supporters think he's innocent, or they just don't care that
They just think the system is rigged.
But like he paid someone money.
And this is also like the least serious
I know.
trial that will happen for Trump. It's all very
Gives me a
upsetting.
headache. Do we need to move out of the United States?
Where will we go?
I feel like we had this conversation last time when we're like, oh my gosh, if Trump gets reelected, like, what's the plan, guys?
I really think he might.
So what's the plan this time?
I think we're just stuck.
Are we? Should we move to Asia?
Oh, maybe.
Because I keep seeing other TikToks that are like, Korea is living in 2050. Or, you know, like Japan is living in 2050.
Korea's maybe the best for women sometimes.
No, I think they were talking more like technology.
Oh,
and things like
yes.
around the house, like just crazy things that like aren't happening in the States.
Yes. Okay. So Asia it is. We just have to narrow down which country.
Okay. We'll talk about it later. Tell me what you're watching.
Okay. You're going to laugh. I'm rewatching Jersey Shore season 1.
Oh my gosh.
Did you watch it in college or after college?
I thought I watched it with you. I don't know what year it came out.
I think it was after college then. I think it's 2009.
I mean,
looked it up.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have like ventured into that on my own.
You don't know. I looked up the stats. It had crazy good stats. They went through 6 seasons.
But I mean, like, I thought it was good, but I think you would have introduced it to me. Like, it's not really up my... Remember, I was watching, like, NCIS.
Oh, yes, you were. Oh, my God.
And you hated on it, and then found out it was, like, the #1 TV show.
It was... And then a lot of it got canceled, too.
Did it?
I think so.
Oh.
Because it had way too many cities. They were like the original Housewives. Yeah. They were in every city.
I mean, I didn't watch all the extensions. I watched the
Tell
original.
people what NCIS is. I bet most of our listeners don't know.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what it stands for. But NCIS was the show that was about like the naval. They were kind of like a criminal investigation. That must be what it stands for. Naval criminal investigation something.
Yeah.
But basically like every episode covered some sort of usually murder or a crime. And then the NCIS group would go and try to solve it. And there were just like some interesting characters on the team.
But they were like over dramatic and not the best actors, right? Right?
I never thought that.
Yes, you did.
But it was like extra dramatic.
And one of the girls was like super quirky.
Yes, she was goth, quirky. She worked in the lab, so she would find like what was in someone's blood. And
But they
stuff.
made her like so stereotypically quirky.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, back to Jersey Shore. Emily.
Okay, sorry.
Apparently, I think they've been serving it to me on Hulu because a new
they
like,
know
family a new like iteration of it came out. Can you believe that?
Really?
They kind of have like a
With new
reunion.
people?
No. Well, they also have like Floribama Shore, which I never watched. I think
know
they
what
were
that
trying to make it like Jersey Shore.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if it ever took off. But they have something called Jersey Shore Family Vacation where they all get together and kind of like do the same thing. But you know, they're like older now. They have kids, so it doesn't hit the same way anymore. So anyways, I think they're like promoting that. So they are resurfacing the old episodes again. I binged it.
The whole first season.
I'm embarrassed to say it, but I binged it and
I'm proud of you.
I was like, oh, I have loved reality TV since the very beginning.
have.
But when I was rewatching it, some things that stood out to me. One, oh my gosh, they say a lot of things that are so not PC that would not fly at all right now, that would totally cancel or cut them.
That's
or at least it would be
believable.
bleeped out at least. The second thing is it was pretty physically violent in season
Really?
1. Yeah. And you know,
Who got in fights?
well, they got into a lot of fights on the shore after they were clubbing and just being really drunk and belligerent.
Yeah.
But towards the end of the season, they were fighting with each other too. And typically, like for reality shows now, at least on Bravo, like production steps in. or
Yeah,
some
they break
security.
down
break it
or
up
whatever.
pretty quickly. They were like watching someone like Snooki and who was she fighting? Oh, Angelina.
Uh-huh.
They were like straight up fighting, and everyone just like standing around watching.
Whoa.
And then after a while, like another girl tried to come in and break them apart, like not even a guy. It was so strange. And then what's another thing? Oh, and I just like how they were so raw and themselves. I just think they did a really good job casting.
Yeah.
Because Mike, this situation is, I forgot about him. Like,
I kind of forgot about him. Like, just now it took me a few seconds for his picture to come into
and
my
his
head.
abs.
Because I was like, wait, who is that? Polly, no. You know, like,
Yeah.
Ronnie, no.
Yeah, Vinny, no.
Which one's Mike? He was like the older one, right?
He was only 27, actually.
We're like, oh, he's so old back then.
But everyone else was early 20s, like 22, 23.
Yeah.
And you remember their duck phone that they had?
No.
Or they only had
Kind of.
They only had one phone in the house and no TVs. It's kind of like real world where they have no TVs. So they're like forced to sit on the couch, hang out with each other and talk, whatever. Or remember GTL?
Yes,
There
I
were
remember that.
a lot of like those catchphrases that I forgot about, like t-shirt time and like caps are here. You're looking.
Oh, yeah, cats are here. Cats are here.
Caps are here. And then what else did they say? It was just like funny little moments like that.
I remember GTL the most.
So listeners, if you're looking for a trip down memory lane and you're a millennial like us, Jersey Shore could be up your alley.
Or NCIS. Actually, I don't even enjoy NCIS anymore. So I don't know why I was so into it.
Not timeless like Jersey Shore.
No, I guess not. I would go back and maybe watch Girls Next Door, which we talked about on
What
another
is
episode.
Girls? Oh,
The Playboy, isn't that what it was called?
yes. Was that on E?
I think so. Yeah, I really liked, I know probably a lot of it was fake, or they like, you know, showed us the story they wanted to craft.
Yeah.
But it was a very good story.
Yeah. I think now that I watch some reality TV and I understand the concept of storylines and things like that, I do feel like some of the conversations in Jersey Shore that they had were a little bit not
Almost scripted, you
not
think?
fake, but like they forced a conversation. Like you had to go sit down and ask this person about X, Y,
Why don't
Z.
you talk about this?
Yeah, why don't you talk
yeah.
about this? Why don't you bring this that? This is what they did.
Interesting. I really want to see what it's like behind the scenes of reality TV. Like be able to sit there when it's being filmed because we get such an edited version of it.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I just want to know, like, what is real?
I think most of it's real.
Do you?
I don't.
This is why you buy into it.
Well, it depends on which show. Because
Yeah.
there's certain shows where there's so much drama, I feel like they had to edit out even more drama just to focus on
I
like.
see. Like
crazy
Selling
drama.
Sunset, for example.
Oh, I don't think that's real.
It doesn't feel real. Like so
No.
much of it feels like staged or
Yeah.
like who like walks into a restaurant like they're walking down like a catwalk, you know?
That part really bothered you.
It did because I'm just like it's gotten so unreal from
Agree.
season 1.
Maybe you'll
Right?
enjoy Jersey Shore. It's very different. Like they really put them up in a not so great house.
Yeah.
And they were young. And they didn't have social media the same way we
That's
do now.
true. Things were different then.
Yeah, things were different.
They were simpler.
Yeah, they definitely had social media, but it just wasn't the same way. Like their outfits were not giving. But they thought they were.
And Snooki's hair.
Yeah.
That became like kind of iconic, right?
That poof, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like
The bump it you could buy to make your hair like that, right?
I definitely did a poof on myself
Did you?
in college maybe.
Oh.
I feel like that was a popular thing. Like you would pull your bangs back and poof it up a little.
Oh. I don't think I knew how to do hair very well. I had very simple hairstyles. Straighten it or curl it. Okay, we've been gabbing a lot. Oh, fashion psychology. Okay. So I saw this thing on TikTok. I didn't do any research, so I can't tell you a lot of facts. But the gist of it was like what you wear actually changes like how your brain works sometimes. So like people who like dress up nicer, they actually have studies that show like they're actually like maybe more creative in their thinking or whatever. So I thought that was really interesting because I've spent the past 4 years in like really, you know, sweats.
Sure.
Yeah, like sweatshirts.
Yeah.
T-shirts. But then I did these fake nails last
Uh-huh.
week, which is very new for me. Sorry, listeners, you can't see, but they're glue-on nails, but they actually like worked pretty well. I think they look good.
They think they look really good. The
Someone
shape is
actually
nice.
asked me like where I got it done. So I was like, I don't know if they're just being nice, but
Wait, is glue on the same as stick-on nails?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I guess people call them press-on nails.
Oh, press-on.
So
okay.
some, I think, maybe have like an adhesive you peel off. There's a separate glue. So I put glue on my finger and then I put glue on the nail and I push it together. And then it just dries. One already fell off and I had to re-glue it because I wanted to show you a full set.
How do you get the shape of it?
It came like this. So they're already shaped like this.
But like the shape of your nails and the shape of my nails are different. Like how?
I guess it's close enough.
Okay.
There were a lot. There were probably like 30 different ones and you just see which
you
size.
picked the one that...
Yeah, but roughly the shape is, I think, pretty similar.
What brand is this?
Glamnetics, which I think they're known for like eyelashes, fake lashes.
How much are the press-on nails?
I think it was like $14 for a set. And so I did the girl math and I was like, well, if I went and got my nails done, even just a polish, it's like $30 nowadays plus tip.
Yeah.
And this was $14.
Well, and you got a design. That would have been like closer to 100.
I never do a design at the salon because I am frugal.
And who has the time?
Yeah. And I also don't have any ideas.
And I would be so pissed if one fell off and you paid $100.
Totally. This one fell off and I was like, well, I'll just go. You know why it fell off? I was trying to clean for my cleaners. So I was picking up all the nugget couches and then it got like bent and then just went boop and like flew off.
Is it hard to type?
Yes. So that's what I was going to tell you. It does make me feel different just to have these nails. Like when I see them and I'm doing stuff, I'm like, I'm a dainty lady.
I do not work a day in my life.
I'm a kept woman. But I'm not because I'm like doing dishes and cleaning up after the kids.
No, I totally believe that. Isn't that why people say like dress up when you go to work? Because it'll make you feel more powerful.
Or they used to say, even though like we used to not have Zoom calls, but we would have like phone interviews. They're like, even if you're having a phone interview, dress up like you're going to an interview. And it makes you like act a different way.
Yeah.
So I believe it. The thing about the nails, it definitely was a learning curve because I could not like unbuckle the kid's seatbelt. I was like, none of the fingers fit in there.
You know, they have special tools for that.
That must be why.
Well, I bet it was like some mom with long nails that invented it. Well, it was like a mom with long nails, and also it was like I got it because it was targeted for women with arthritis.
Oh.
And or like for grandparents, right? That have
Yeah.
a difficult time pushing the buttons.
Yeah, I need to get one.
There's such a niche market for
another
everything.
mom, she messaged me because I posted it on Instagram that I was like having all these struggles. And she was like, oh, are those the press-on nails? Just don't put one on your thumb. And then you can do almost anything. Because I guess our thumbs are the ones that are doing a lot of the... But
you need a full set.
I know. I just cut it down. So I actually trimmed my thumbs a little bit so that I could push the seatbelt thing.
Whatever works. You still look great.
Thanks. But yes, I'm going to be a nail girly for a little bit.
Do you think the same applies for jewelry too? I feel a little bit fancier when I put my jewelry on. And so it makes me feel, I don't know, just a bit more confident.
I like that.
Especially when walking to a store.
Yeah, I guess I don't for jewelry because I think I mentioned to you, like, I like to just put on jewelry that I never take off.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it almost just becomes, like,
It's a part of you now.
me. Although I don't wear my wedding ring all the time. So, like, when I'm coming to record the pod, I'm like, I'm going to put it on. Look at me.
Sometimes I make a conscious effort to not bring my wedding ring or my engagement ring sometimes.
Oh.
I don't know why.
You want to be single?
I was no. It's more like I don't need that not even confidence boost. Like I don't need that extra bling. It feels weird or wrong. Maybe because I live in San Francisco.
Because you feel like you're showing off?
Well, no. So I took the bus to dinner yesterday in SF, and I was like, not that I thought I was
You
going to
don't
get
want that extra risk?
Yeah, not that I thought I was going to get robbed or anything, but it just felt unnecessary.
When I lived in San Francisco, one of my coworkers, I don't remember who, I think it was like after I got engaged, she was like, oh, when you take the bus, make sure you turn your ring around.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that even about? Like, I've never even thought about like someone would try to steal your ring, but I guess why not?
Yeah, why not?
You could lose a finger.
They probably take my phone before they take my ring.
That's true.
Okay.
Oh my. Should we save the rest?
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, sorry, listeners. We really just babbled on and on.
Listeners, if you like us, please tell your friends, rate, and subscribe.
Yes, we love you.
We love you. Oh, and if you don't like our podcast, maybe a friend would, and you can recommend it to them. But thanks for listening anyway.
Okay. Bye.